Hi guys, it's Dee, and this week we have a market. Actually, I have 4 weeks in a row with markets now. I've had a huge big break of markets, and now we've lumped 4 in a row. So stress for me, yay. Anyway, I thought I'd show you quickly what I have made in the last few days after finishing my Parfait Chunky challenge. If you haven't seen that, just go back and watch the last video. I finished up all of the Parfait Chunky that I had in stock. So these are the things that I've made since. I've made one of my big Mabel chickens. This one is just the regular one, not weighted. I do need to make some more weighted ones, but that's not going to happen this week. So one of the regular Mabel chicken. I've got one cat in this orange, which is very cute. I really like this one, and the eyes are so cool. They're kind of like a gold green shift. They're ones that I've painted, so they're very cool. I like them. I also did some kittens, so I made one orange, the same as the big one in the mystical black, and I've put blue eyes in this one, which have a purple shift. Again, I painted those ones. And then I did this one, which I don't know how much I love. It's like a blue greige cream. I really like the look of this yarn. It looks so pretty balled up, but I just don't know what to do with it. And it's one of those ones that I look at it and I go, it looks like a kookaburra, but I can't make a kookaburra out of it. There's too much blue. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it at this stage, but we'll see how the little kitten goes. The other thing that I've made is some of my little chicks. I've been trying to stock up on these. I'm trying to get to 50. At the moment, I think I'm at 29. So we still have a little way to go, but I think I can do it this week. So these are the ones that I've made in the last 2 days. I've made some of these little purple rainbow ones. So I have 5 of them. I have 2 of these little pink ones. I've got one of the little rainbow with the pink feet. This one I've still got, I think I still have 4 of. So I've got 5 now, which is great. I made one little light yellow, one regular yellow, and then 2 in the darker yellow. And then I have 2 white. So my plan is to have 5 of each color with the exception of the medium yellow and the light yellow. I want 10 of each of those. And the darker yellow, I didn't have enough to make 5. So there's 4 of them. Whether or not I do a different dark yellow or if I just make one extra of the regular yellow to make 50. We will see how we go. I think at the moment I need 3 more of the white, and then we're on to the light and the regular yellow, and then I'm done. So we'll see if I end up getting to all of them. I think I'm going to work on the regular yellow next because these ones are generally the most popular ones. So I've got those to work on. I also need to make some more whales and some stingrays. They are my priority this week. There's some other things on my list that I would like to get to, but I think I'm just going to stick to my minis for now. I really need to bulk up on them. The other thing is I do want one more of this size cat in the mystical. Other than that, there's a couple of things that I'd like a few more of, but they're not high priority. So we'll just see how we go through the week, and I will update you as stuff happens. Hey guys, so I'm just packing up my stock and I realized I didn't show you anything that I made for the rest of this week. So here are my 20 stingrays. I've got 6 little chicks that we finished off. I finished off 2 more little kittens. We have this gorgeous big pink chicken that we finished and a bunch of little chickens. Some were already bodies made and some I made the bodies as well. All of them have either a mix of embroidered eyes or normal eyes. So they're all done. I did this frog by Oddball Crochet. So he's so cute. I love him. I've got an axolotl and a tiny little jellyfish. This one was by Cody Loops, and it was a cow. So it was an interesting one. You kind of had to do the tentacles and then wait a little bit, and then she sent you the instructions for the top. It was actually really cute, but it's turned out a lot bigger than I expected. My plan was to put it up for like $15, but it was a little bit more work than I expected. Um, that's it next to my axolotl. I sell my axolotls for 20, and my chickens I sell for 15. So they're the three of them next to one another, and I'm sort of tossing up 15 or 20. I feel like it's more work than 15, but size wise, it's better at 15. So I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'll probably decide once we get to the market and I put everything out. I'll sort of see where it fits best. But yeah, anyway, we will see. So I think based on my last count, I think I had 315 items going with us to market tomorrow. And this month, it's like the 13th or something today, or the 14th. I've made 95 items this month. Crazy. Like, I've been flat chat, but like a lot of it's like stingrays and chicks, so like lots and lots of little stuff this month so far. Yeah, I will see you in the morning. Good morning. We are at the market, all set up. My kids and my husband have just gone off for a little walk. I will show you the table shortly. But there's a lot of people walking around. So a lot of people walking around. We've had one sale so far, so I think it's going to be a good day. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm set up right next to a Lego vendor, which we've been next to in the past. And I've ended up flipping my setup because a lot of people keep trying to squeeze in between my stall, or like they would walk through my stall to get to the Lego vendor, which is really frustrating. So we're flipped today, which is very different for me. But so this is my stall. I've got my mystery eggs. It's such a bright day today. Okay, here is the rest of the stall. I've got some more honey jellyfish here, and then I have my stand with all my baby safe items on it and stuff like that, and snakes around the corner here, just there. So yeah, try and zoom out a bit, but it's very busy, so yeah, it should be a good day. Hey guys, it is almost the end of the day, so we have about an hour left before pack up. It has been an interesting day. Lots and lots of lookers, not a huge amount of buyers. Very hot today, and the sun is very bitey. But so far, I haven't been able to complain too much. I'm currently on my third snake. I'm loving how this one is working out. Hey guys, it's a few days after the market. It turned out to be a decent day. It's definitely not the best that we've done at that market. Actually, I think it even might have been maybe the lowest that we've done at that market. But it was still a decent day. So I had my husband and my two kids with me, so there wasn't a lot of filming, unfortunately. And I can't film any customer interactions at this point because I'm currently filming on my phone and I need my phone to do like Square payments and stuff like that. So at the moment, we won't be doing any customer interactions, but maybe in the future, as this sort of develops a little bit, I might end up getting a camera and we'll end up doing it that way, but we'll see. Anyway, we ended up selling 57 items, which was decent. I'm happy with what we sold. There was a lot of people walking around. It was a very busy day, but not a lot of people had their wallets out. So, and I spoke to a couple of other vendors and they said the same thing. Lots of people, not a lot of people spending. I was placed next to two people that I've been next to in the past. One of them is a lovely old man who does like those cutters, like the slices, like the vegetable slices. He is so lovely and sweet. And on the other side of us, we had some Lego vendors. They have like Lego minifigures, which is very popular. Unfortunately, the way they have their setup is very inconvenient for the way I have my setup. The last time we were next to them, I had my setup my normal way. And we had a lot of people walk through my stall to get to part of their stall. And they would constantly walk directly through my space, cutting off a lot of room where people can see my products. So this time I ended up flipping my setup. So I had my table across so no one could actually walk that way. But what then happened was people would squeeze between my table and their table, and the amount of times that I had things knocked over was really frustrating. So I ended up speaking to the event organizer about it, asking if could we perhaps not be placed next to them again in the future, just because I'd had quite a few things fallen over and I was worried that particularly the white things were going to get quite damaged by doing that. And she was really cool about that. So she was great about that. So hopefully we won't be next to them anymore. I feel like they would do better on a corner spot, or even there is a lot of spots that have like a lot more open sides in different areas, but they just don't. I don't think they do well in the aisles. They do well, but their setup is very frustrating for other vendors in the aisles. Anyway, doesn't matter, whatever. A couple of fun little things that happened. I had a lovely lady come through and she was looking at my kittens and she absolutely loved my kittens, but she was after something that had embroidered eyes rather than the safety eyes. Unfortunately, all my kittens had safety eyes and I did not bring a tool to remove the safety eyes with me. So I kind of said, unfortunately, I've got lots of other things that don't have safety eyes, that have embroidered eyes. I do not know if you can hear my bird screaming at the moment. Since I've had the microphone, I don't know if you can hear her. Hopefully you can't, but she's currently screaming. Anyway, so she ended up walking away and she said, look, if I can't find anything, I'll come back. And she ended up coming back to buy 2 of the kittens. So I was very, very happy with that. The other thing that was really popular was pigs. I had so many people interested in the pigs, which was funny. But yeah. Oh, I also had a lady come and buy one of my drifts, and it was the green drift. And she said that her daughter had something similar, but it got stolen off her backpack and it was the same color. So she was very happy to get that. So she grabbed that. And then a little while later, I had a young boy come past and he was like, oh, do you have a green one of them? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I had a green one this morning, but it's gone already. And the mum was like, yeah, he saw it and really wanted it, but you don't have it anymore. I'm like, I'm so sorry. These are the only ones I've got left. I can definitely make another one for you if you want to if you want another one. So they took my card. They're going to contact me about getting another one. So hopefully that comes through. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Anyway, so my top sellers were my little chicks. I sold 11 chicks. I sold 9 of my mini stingrays. My mystery eggs, I took 8 mystery eggs and sold 6 of them, which was really good. At the beginning, people sort of skimmed over them. So what I did was one of them I opened, so it like sort of gave an idea of what would be in them. And once one of them was opened, they all sort of started going. And then when there was 3 left, so like 2 eggs left and the one that was open, I was like, oh, I'll put it back in the egg now and put it out there. And of course, as soon as I closed it back up, only one more sold after that. And I was like, bugger. I was really hoping to either sell them all or not sell them at all. Anyway, so I don't know if I want to make it again. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If I do, I'm not going to do it for this weekend. I might do it for the next one because the next one is an Easter market. So we'll see. What else did we sell? We sold 5 Mabel chickens, 5 whales, 4 mystery bags. and 3 tins. So they're all my top sellers. But yeah, we sold a total of $740 Australian dollars. We took 322 in cash and 418 on card. That's actually probably the most cash I've taken at this market. It's not normally a cash heavy market, but a lot of kids this time around were spending their own money, which was, yeah, very unusual for this market. It's normally more parents. But anyway, it was a good market. I'm very happy. My kids had fun. They had a pony ride. They got a donut. They went for lots of bike ride or scooter rides, and they went up to see the big. There's like a big blowhole down there. They went up the big hill to see the blowhole. They had a blast. So, and they were really good. You know, my kids are only 5 and 2, so they don't have a lot of patience, but they were really good. So it was a great day. Anyway, so this weekend we have a big school market. So I'm very excited. Hopefully it's going to be a really good one. And then we still have 2 more weekends after that one with some markets. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.